G'day my fellow moto vloggers and everyone, so Mocky the Suzuki Bandit on this Thursday afternoon, and it's cold, it's 16 degrees and it's freezing. Oh dear, I tell you, don't you just love winter? So what do I have for you today? Well, I just want to have a bit of a rant about the Americans screaming and yelling about higher fuel prices and you know, higher stuff for food, higher prices for food, for all that sort of thing, and they're blaming Joe Biden for it. They're not blaming the war in Ukraine, they're not blaming anything else, they're just blaming Joe Biden for it. And there's a lot of thickheads over there that believe this shit, like from that idiot Tucker Carlson, and they seem to think that it's only happening in America. Well, I'm here to say it ain't. What do they want us to do here? Can I go up there or not? Maybe. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know if you realise, Americans, but it's not only in your bloody country, it's all over the bloody world. We're paying exorbitant prices here for petrol, where my bill used to be about $60 a week for food, today was $77, and I'm not blaming the government, I'm blaming the pandemic and the war in Ukraine for the oil prices. Do I believe that they should be that high? Absolutely not. Governments have not got control of the oil prices because they don't own the companies, you fools. It's these oil companies price gouging. Every time something happens in the world, every time up goes the petrol. These corporate fossil fuel companies are just price gouging people, for crying out loud. It's got nothing to do with governments around the world, it's to do with the corporates. But you can't see that. If you can't see that, you're a dumbass. It's been happening since the 70s. It's nothing new. Yeah, so have a bit of an open mind, people. It's not always the government's fault that things go up. And I'm not blaming my government, even though I hate the Liberals. But it's out of their control. It's the corporates. Even though the corporates fund the Liberals over here, which is like the Republicans over in America, which for some reason they get confused that the Liberal coalition over here is like the Democrats over there. Well, it ain't. The Liberal coalition are like the Republicans, and sometimes they steal some of their ideas, like the one that they had, the trickle-down effect. Give huge tax cuts to the corporates, and it will trickle down to the lower people. And guess what, folks? Nothing trickled down. It just all went into the corporates' pockets. You dumb fools. So we got an election coming up this Saturday, and hopefully by Monday we'll have a new government. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know. It's a 50-50. We've had these Liberals in for 10 years, and I think it's time for a change. And I really and truly believe that the Liberals here don't want to get back in because they know the country's in a bad way financially, because they've had to give out all this bloody money to corporates and all that sort of thing to keep the country going, and there's a massive bill and they have no idea how to get it back. And I don't think they want to get back in, because as soon as there's trouble in the country, they want to jump ship and give the hard jobs to the hard decisions to Labor. And then when the crest of the wave goes up, they get back in and they ride the crest of the wave until they shit on it. So people, just make sure your vote counts this time. Oh, lovely little lamb. There's some girls for Marty over there. Good old Marty. I think he's got a couple of sheep, hasn't he? A couple of Barbaras, as he calls them. And hey, a couple of shout outs. I want to shout out to, let me see. I'm going to give a shout out to Steve's Hornet 900. Whenever I do a vlog, I might do a couple of shout outs. Who else do I want to shout out? I shout outed two the other day. Let me think. Who do I watch? And who watches me? And is a cult follower? Well, alright, Marty over there in New Zealand, and I'll throw in another one from Wellington, isn't that awful? I forgot his name. Isn't that terrible? I must be getting dementia. I'll throw him in next time. But Marty over there in New Zealand, and Noel, of course Noel. I've remembered now. He's doing his 1400 Suzuki up, and it's going to be a big task. Let me tell you. Yeah, Noel. If you have a look at my comments, you'll notice that those people always comment on my videos. Jim Hammond, he always comments and he loves my rants. So Jim, this one's for you. That's 4 people I've done. Alright then. I think it's gone long enough. This is Bandit Evan. It's Moki, the Suzuki Bandit, on this cold Thursday afternoon. Bidding you all very safe riding, and until next time, cheers for now.